Hello, and welcome to the latest episode of the Low Budget Review Show. I am your host, Eric Smith, and today I am talking about The Omen by David Seltzer. And this is from somebody. Signet. Let's go with that. So The Omen. This is a novelization. I don't know exactly how this works because David Seltzer wrote the movie and apparently wrote the book. So is it a novelization of his movie? Did he do them at the same time? Again, I'm not sure exactly how that works, but it is The Omen, the movie. It has photos in the middle. This is a retro review. I don't know how easy this is to find a new copy. I got this used. I actually ordered all 5 of the Omen books, and I think I got them all from eBay. But The Omen, in case there's anybody that doesn't know, is about the Thorns. And let's see, did they give the guy's name, the main guy? I can't remember. I want to say Thomas, but I'm not sure that's his name. What is his name? It's got to be here very quickly on this page that I'm looking at. Catherine is the wife. Who the heck is the husband? Is it here? Jeremy, that's it. My apologies for that. Jeremy Thorn. He's a politician. He's into politics. His wife, Catherine. And they bring home a brand new baby named Damien. Love that name. And things get spooky. This is a book about the Antichrist. I mean, it's right there. 666, baby. I haven't seen the movie in ages, but for the most part, it's very, very close. There are a few little changes. I don't know why, but there's a couple things that are different. Just tiny, tiny things. So, yes, this is about Jeremy and Catherine Thorn. They bring home their baby Damien. He's growing up. Weird things are happening. We know from the very beginning what's going on. The Thorns do not. But as things get crazier and Jeremy Thorn starts investigating, he realizes what's going on. So this is a well-written book. If you're a fan of the movie, you're going to enjoy the book. As I said, it's very, very close. Written by the same person. The little changes make no real difference at all. They're almost cosmetic. But it's a quick read. Very straightforward. I do think because you can read what people are thinking, as opposed to you don't know in a movie unless they say it. We get a little deeper into the characters. I don't recall specifics in the movie about the relationship between Jeremy and Catherine, but we get a lot of that, the ups and downs, and how Damien has affected their marriage. I will mention one difference simply because I found it amusing. And if you haven't seen the movie, spoilers, just mute this for the next 60 seconds or so. But there's the scene at Damien's birthday party where the nanny hangs herself. She's up on the balcony. She says, "It's all for you, Damien," and she jumps off and hangs herself. And in the movie, it's just perfectly, normal, but the nanny looks perfectly normal. In the book, she's dressed as a clown. And when she hangs herself, she is in her clown makeup. I don't know if they thought that might be a little too weird for the movie, but it amused me. But that's the kind of tiny thing that's different. I really don't know what to say because I think most people know this movie. Whether or not they've seen it, I can't say, but I think people are aware. When I say most people, I'm sure that within the entire population of the world, it's not most people, but, I'm speaking in generalities. The people that are going to be watching this video, I think, are well aware of the movie. So, as I said, I've seen the movie. It's been a long time. I do have a box set with the first 3 movies and the remake. As I said, I have 5 books now in the series. And I think this was well worth reading. I gave it a 4 out of 5 on Goodreads, which means I really liked it. I wasn't sure if I was going to go that way, but I do like the building tension. I like the straightforward writing. I like getting into the characters, and we're mainly following Jeremy Thorn, but there are chapters without him. It's not always his story, and it was just a nice read. It's not the greatest. It's definitely not the worst. It was very entertaining, and I don't know what else to say. The Omen, David Seltzer. Eventually, you're going to be seeing me, if you continue watching, you'll see me talking about the other 4 books. I just got number 5 today. So there you go. Question for the video, I think seems rather obvious. Have you seen The Omen? Are you a fan of The Omen? Have you seen the remake? Do you prefer the remake to the original? I think the remake's okay. I don't think it's nearly as good as the original. And I like, even though I'm an atheist, and I've mentioned this before, somebody online at some point said that if you're an atheist, you can't find religious horror scary, which is absolutely ridiculous. That would mean, and again, I've talked about this before, but that would mean to find a werewolf book scary, you must believe in werewolves. To find a vampire book scary, you must believe in vampires, etc., etc. So apparently the only scary books are books with serial killers. But maybe you don't believe in those. I find religious horror to be fascinating. And of course, sometimes I like to root for the bad guys. So The Omen is kind of right up my alley. And, the Antichrist, always fun. But what do you think? Is this something you enjoy? How many of the movies have you seen? Have you read any of the books? Does religious horror, is it just horror to you and it doesn't matter? Or are you offended by religious horror? Let me know all of that in the comments below. If you have any comments, questions, or corrections, please put those in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post a spoiler warning. We try to be polite here at the Low Budget Review Show. If you care to follow me on other social media, my Twitter is @Ronan5757. My Instagram, where I post pictures of books, comic books, board games, and fuzzy animals, is EricSmith5757. And on Blue Sky, I am @ELSmith. That's all I've got for you. This has been the Low Budget Review Show. I have been Eric Smith, and until next time, read more books.